We are at Golden Cadillac, and today we're talking Jell-O shots, but we're making them a little bit more sophisticated.
Basically, all we're going to be doing is trying to make a natural Jell-O shot, something that isn't going to be artificial flavors. So we're going to be using real lemon and lime.
And why are Jell-O shots so ready to be reinvented? Why do they have a bad rap?
Well, it's kind of funny because when people think of Jell-O shots, they think of the 70s, they think of the 80s, but really, the first Jell-O shot was mentioned in the original Jerry Thomas book going all the way back to the 1800s. So, you know, it's this idea of that the old is new again.
So where do we begin on our fancy Jell-O shots?
So the first thing we're going to do is, I've got some warm water in here just to warm the bowl so we don't start it super cold. I'm going to add 4 ounces of lemon and lime. So that's 2 ounces of lemon, 2 ounces of lime to our bowl.
Great.
And we're using Knox unflavored gelatin. It doesn't have any artificial sugars, any artificial flavor. And so we're just adding 4 packets to this and pour it in. And this step is called blooming. When you're making gelatin, one of the problems you have is that sometimes it tends to clump. By adding it to the liquid cold and by turning it in and just dispersing it, you don't end up worrying about having the gelatin clump on you. We give that a couple seconds, let that gelatin absorb.
And how long do you wait?
About a minute, so it's not very long.
So we're just going to stand here.
Just going to stand here.
Just going to wait.
So now you see that it has gotten a little bit more firm and that gelatin has really absorbed all that lemon and lime juice. To this, I'm going to add half of the syrup that we would normally add. So normally we're going to add 4 ounces. I'm only going to add about 2 ounces, and I don't need to be exact on that.
And tell me about this syrup. How do you make it?
This syrup is, we just take a little bit of sugar and we zest lemon and lime directly into it, and then we will add hot water. And then once that's sat for about 5 minutes, we'll just let that strain off and we've got lemon and lime syrup. So now you see that with the syrup, it's gotten back into a more gel texture, and that sugar just helps disperse it again to prevent the clumping. Now I'm going to add 8 ounces of hot water, and I'm going to stir while I'm doing this. And this is water that is just off a boil.
So don't take a bunch of Jell-O shots before making your Jell-O shots.
Or keep taking them until your hands are steady again.
Right.
So the key to this is that normally when you make Jell-O, you boil it.
Right.
And if we were to boil lemon and lime juice, it wouldn't taste so great. But it's still going to be able to dissolve all that gelatin.
And so right now, is the goal to really just get the clumps out?
It's just to get all the clumps out and allow all that gelatin to dissolve into that liquid. And while you're stirring, you can also go ahead and add the rest of that syrup. So at this point, you can see that everything is pretty much dissolved away. If you just kind of brush it up the side, you'll see that there are no grains left along the side. If you see those grains of gelatin, you just want to keep stirring until it's all gone. So to be authentic, we're using Seagrams 7, because this is the 7 and 7 Jell-O shot, and I'm just going to add 8 ounces of Seagrams 7 to our Jell-O shot mixture. We give that one more bit of a stir just to let everything incorporate, and now we're ready to pour. We're using 2-ounce sauce cups. Now the key is you don't want to fill this cup all the way to the top. You want to go about halfway. Now this tray goes in the regular fridge, wait about half an hour, and you're ready to go.
So it's been half an hour. We have a few of our Jell-O shots. How do we take them to the next level?
So what I'm first going to do is I'm going to use a regular toothpick to take them off the side, so it's just a little easier to pop them out. And now because this is the 77 and 7 or 7 and 7 Jell-O shot, you normally have some kind of carbonated element. And because it is the 70s, we're going to add a little bit of Pop Rocks to our Jell-O shot.
All right.
So here you are.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for teaching us how to properly make better Jell-O shots. Really appreciate it.
Cheers.
Cheers.